I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, and here are some of the top stories impacting Rutherford County on your Rutherford Roundup for Friday, April the 17th, 2026. Murfreesboro Police have arrested Drew Edward Cisco, a 37-year-old Nashville man, in connection with the April 8th armored vehicle robbery outside of a Sind Federal Credit Union on West Clark Boulevard. Investigators say that Cisco and another suspect assaulted a Loomis employee and escaped with an undisclosed amount of cash in a black Nissan Armada. The case quickly stretched beyond Murfreesboro as officers tracked the vehicle from Old Fort Parkway onto Interstate 24 and 840 towards Smyrna before losing sight of it near George Franklin Road. Using license plate readers, public safety cameras, and support from Metro Nashville Police, detectives later recovered the SUV and some of the stolen money. Cisco now faces felony charges, including armed robbery and evading arrest, while the search continues for a second suspect. Meanwhile, on the south side of Murfreesboro, drivers dealt with a major traffic disruption after a three-vehicle crash on Joby Jackson Parkway near Stephens Bend, Butler Drive, and the construction area by Buc-ee's and Interstate 24. Eastbound lanes were temporarily shut down as first responders assisted those involved, and crews worked to clear debris from the roadway. No official word was released regarding injuries, but traffic was diverted for an extended period as crews remained on the scene. Motorists across Rutherford County were urged to avoid the area until conditions returned to normal, and authorities later worked to fully reopen the roadway. The city of Murfreesboro is working to strengthen the connection between its historic downtown square and Middle Tennessee State University, with engineers focusing on improvements along Lytle Street between Church Street and Middle Tennessee Boulevard. Officials say the corridor currently faces several challenges, including sidewalk gaps, non-compliant ADA ramps, limited transit access points, and conflicts with storm drainage infrastructure. As traffic continues to grow in Murfreesboro, the area is also seeing an increase in pedestrian activity. Transportation Director Jim Kerr outlined two proposals under consideration, one featuring a two-way roadway with a multi-use path and sidewalk, and another converting the streets to one-way traffic with sidewalks on both sides. Interest from MTSU and downtown stakeholders has helped to push the project forward, though no timeline has been finalized, as the City Council continues to review feedback. At the same time, Murfreesboro leaders are taking a closer look at traffic safety across Rutherford County, particularly when it comes to left turn crashes at busy intersections. Data from recent studies shows that areas with controlled left turns have seen fewer accidents, including a major reduction in Asbury Lane and Medical Center Parkway. Officials say similar strategies could be applied to other high-traffic areas like Fortress Boulevard, where crash numbers remain a concern. As Murfreesboro continues to grow, city leaders plan to prioritize roadway designs that improve safety for both drivers and pedestrians. A former Lafayette police officer is facing serious charges following a Tennessee Bureau of Investigation probe into alleged misconduct tied to a 2024 incident. Isaiah Lloyd, age 33, was indicted by a Campbell County grand jury after investigators say he concealed his identity and unlawfully entered a private property in Lafayette. Authorities allege that when confronted by the property owner, Lloyd threw a homemade explosive device before fleeing the scene. The investigation began in February of 2025 after a tip was received. Lloyd has since been taken into custody and is being held on a $25,000 bond. Meanwhile, across Rutherford County, there's a significant local impact from Tennessee's newly approved $58 billion state budget for the 2026-2027 fiscal year. A major highlight for the area includes an $83 million investment for a new Army Aviation Support Facility at the volunteer training site in Smyrna. Education funding is also expanding statewide, with $339 million allocated for schools, including an increase in starting teacher salaries to $50,000 and an expansion of Education Freedom Scholarships to reach 35,000 students. In addition, public safety agencies across Tennessee will benefit from the $42 million, including funding for volunteer fire departments and rescue squads. Healthcare systems are also receiving support, with $137 million designated to help hospitals manage uncompensated care costs, ensuring continued access to medical services for communities throughout the region. That's all for now. For updates on these and many more local news stories, be sure to check out our website, wgnsradio.com, or follow us on social media at News Radio WGNS on Facebook, as well as X. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to leave a rating or a review on Spotify and iTunes, a comment on YouTube, or share it with a friend. I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, part of your Good Neighbor Network. And I'll talk to you later.